Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I have already went ahead and pulled some of the cards so that it didn't take so long. We're just going to see what's going through with everybody today. It is August the 13th, 2020, but this can be a timeless read. You can, whenever you see it, that's when you're meant to hear it. All right, so I just rolled the dice for we got the left book at 153. I'll go through some of the cards and I will add more on, see what you guys are going through and what you guys can expect to come up. 153. All right. And this is from I Hope You Stay. She knows love isn't always taking photos, kissing on kitchen countertops, or roses when she's feeling down. It's arguing over things that seem unnecessary, but eventually coming back around. It's healing after every disagreement and knowing you'll make the long road together. Yes, there is no relationship in the world that is going to be easy. And it doesn't matter if it's a relationship with your person or if it's a relationship with your parents or with your children. No relationship that's worth it is going to be easy. Everything's going to be hard at times. Not always. You don't want it to always be hard, but at times you're going to have, disagreements. But you shouldn't take that much to heart. You should know it's just a part of life. The best relationships go through some of the worst things and come out stronger. So, and I've always said, if you're in a relationship, like a real committed relationship, and you don't argue it every now and then, that lets you know that your relationship is filled with secrets and lies. Because not everybody is, there's no one in this world you can find that is 100% compatible with you. So, when you come together, you're going to have just a little bit, especially if you come from different places or, or if one person's older and they grew up in a different generation, or if one person's more mature than the other, love doesn't tell time. Love is just love. Okay. So I pulled one of the cards of this new Divine Feminine deck. I looked it up to see, I'd never heard of this one, but the White Buffalo Calf Woman, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. I read her story and it said that two men went out into the woods and one man came upon her, but he didn't have a pure heart. And the other man stood back and watched as the man approached her. Well, he came to her and his heart was not pure. It wasn't filled with love. And so when he came to her, he turned to a pile of bones. The other man was so scared, he shuddered and he stood back. But she looked at him and she knew just from seeing him that he had a good heart, and she told him to come. And he came forward and she saw exactly what type of man he was. He was a good man with a good heart. He wasn't like the first one. He was different. So she went back with him and, blessed his whole tribe, So that lets you know sometimes women have multiple people to choose from, but a good woman is not going to look at the outwardly. They're not going to look at the monetarily. They're going to look at your heart. That's what you want to find. A good woman who's going to look for the heart of a good man. This is actually from one of the decks that I made. It said, I will take some of your dark so you remember the beauty of your light. And this, in my deck that I made, it's the Two of Roses, which is actually the Two of Cups in an original deck. And here was the full moon of this year. I pulled some from the Norse divination cards, and it came out the messenger of the gods and the rule of three. I don't know if you know about the rule of three, but the rule of three is, you know, 3 people can make an informed decision more clearly than 2, but it actually takes three to start a pattern. Like 2 is too, it's not enough to have 2. 3 equals a pattern. Like, you know, like if you forgive someone once, it can happen. If they do it a second time, you know, like I've always heard, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, might as well put the saddle on. You know, so the 3rd time someone's doing something, it's not something to forgive. If someone's doing something a 3rd time, they're showing you what their pattern is. And you have to decide whether you want to, if you will accept this kind of pattern. If they're doing it a 3rd time, you have to be willing to stand up for yourself. You see these 2, they're just kind of like, meh, it doesn't really matter. But the third one's like, oh, hell no. I'm not going to be treated like this, or I'm going to leave. Also, with the rule of 3, it also states that eventually one will fall away, and that the two most important ones will be the ones that stay. And this is the messenger of God. She actually travels from the gods down to earth to send a message, like to tell Ragnarok's, you know, what's going to happen and everything. So this could be saying, you know, you could be getting a letter in the mail, or God's trying to tell you something and they're wanting you to listen. You know, maybe you have some kind of big choices that you've got to make here. You know, because it says informed decisions here. And it looks like this girl's looking all around to figure out what she wants. Okay. I pulled one out of the, what is it called? Oracle of the 7 Energies. And you got number 26, Great Big Love. And we'll actually look up what angel number 26 is right now. See what it says. Okay. Angel 26 says, positive affirmations help your situations improve quickly. The angels urge you to only think and speak about your desires and not to affirm your fears, as they are just an illusion. So the angels are wanting you to do, as the whole reason for this reading, the law of attraction. What you want, speak only on what you want. Don't speak about what you're afraid of. Don't bring that into life. Don't choose to talk about the bad. Focus on only the good. All right, this was the deck that I'd made for my person and me. Let's see. And 4 cards came out. Okay. Show me all the parts of you that you do not love, so I know where to begin. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. See, this is saying, someone can be here to support you, can love you beyond all anything imaginable, but it doesn't matter what they're doing here for you. They can't do the work for you. You have to look inside yourself and see what you need to heal. You need to look inside yourself and see what you want for your life, because no one can do it for you. No person can save your soul except for you. Well, and Jesus. We started to talk again, and those feelings that I worked so hard to lose returned with just one laugh. Okay, so I'm feeling some of you guys may be in separation right now, or you've just came back into union. The most confused we ever get is when we try to convince our heads of something our hearts know is a lie. This is like saying someone's trying to wear a mask for their own self. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I don't love that person. I don't love that person. That's not my person. I don't want to be with this person. But all along, our hearts are like, big love. Boom, 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 boom. So sometimes we need to stop listening to our head and listening to our hearts, because our heads will lie to us all day, every day. But your heart is the one thing that won't lie to you, because your heart knows what it wants. All right. Now, let's pull some of the cards together and see what is going on. My spirits and angels, show me what my collective needs to hear. Boop. Okay. So, in the recent past here, and I'm reading these all upright. In the recent past, you had some love that began. You had two people that came together and poured something out beautiful. And it was a strong connection too. Look, it's filled with power. And it's got the number 8, which is the infinity sign. But something showed its ugly head, deception and envy. All right. Let's see what is in the current. Right now, you are trying to rest and rejuvenate, which is completely understandable for the month that has been going on for, it seems like, everyone. All right. Spirit, show me what's coming for the collective. Okay. Coming soon, you're going to find some awareness. Something you're going to hear from the spirits. You're going to hear it from your higher self. It's coming straight from your head. And you're going to have a new beginnings. This doesn't necessarily mean, this can mean you're either in separation and you're getting a message from someone and you're starting a new beginning because of something maybe this deception goes away. Maybe something is brought into the light. Maybe you're seeing the light here. and you're going to start a new beginning. Either that, or maybe if you're single, you're just going to find a new beginning. You're going to step out of your comfort zone and take that risk. See, look, she looks kind of worried, but she's gripping that spear like no other. But she's doing it. She's going. All right. Holy crap, there's a gigantic ant. All right, we will get him and put him out a little bit in a minute. All right. Any advice, please, spirits, for my collective? Any advice? Okay, you got a lot. All right, what do we got here? Okay, we have got 2 of your chakras here. You've got your throat chakra and your base chakra. Number 1 and number 5. And 5 cards fell out. And look, 5 cards, 5, 5, 5. That means change. Look at how this goes from the dark to the light. Okay, let's see. So you got your throat chakra, your base chakra. Okay. All right, so here's this lady. I'm assuming this is, look, the feet look, maybe this is what she's looking at as she's stepping out. You're going to face obstacles and challenges. It's just a part of life. Sometimes you're going to have some heartache and some loss. With that number of the 3, the power of 3, which is the card over here, you know, you've got some choices to make. It looks like if you've got the power of 3, you have big decisions coming for you. And some of them can be sad. But I feel like you're going to get the wisdom that you need. Okay? You're going to get the wisdom to see which way that you're supposed to go. You can tell everybody else. It may be you that wants to leave. It may be you that's going to where you're supposed to be. There's your sun right there. There's your happiness. There's your wisdom. And there's your cute little puppy. Dogs symbolize loyalty. And we all deserve some loyalty. Especially if we have done what we were supposed to do. We've listened to the spirits. We called ourselves out on our own bullshit. We've healed ourselves. Which right now, Divine Feminines, it's calling you to step out and heal yourself. Because when you willingly heal yourself, it's going to help your twin flame heal themselves. Because it's always said that the female will be the one that will take the lead, and the masculine will follow. And that doesn't matter if you're a female or a male, because the masculine energy is just the one that is the more dominant, and the feminine energy is the one that's more, I don't know, the one that I can't explain it. I don't know why I can't explain it right now. If you ask me another time, I could, but okay. You may have had a rigid start. Crows, I used to always think that they symbolize something bad, until just recently when I heard the story of how the actual crows came to save the humans. How at one time they were all white, but they went through the fire to save the human. And So they gave up their bright whiteness to go through the smoke and the fog for us. And actually, if you know my story, if you'd paid, like if you'd been following along with the story of Wolf and Gloom, the raven will actually be what helps save the wolf's life. All right. Anything else for this rest and rejuvenation here, spirits? Is there anything else the collective needs to know for the current? Beauty. I love this card. Look at this. This is like the sun shining out of everything. So, in your rest and rejuvenation, you're going to find beauty. Hopefully this beauty is self-love. Hopefully you find something that radiates out of you. And the one thing that you need in this time of healing and everything is this right here. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. Everyone can tell you that you're beautiful, or you're smart, or you're intelligent, or you're funny, or anything like that. But until you believe it inside yourself, it really isn't that. We don't really believe it. And here's the thing I've always heard. Until you learn to love yourself, like fully and completely, your person will not be able to feel your love from you. Like they will see what you're going through, but they'll think it's fake. Like you could honestly be sincere and be like, I completely love you with all that I have, and you can mean every single word of it and mean it more than you've ever meant it before. But if you don't love yourself, the feeling of love, that energy that you send out to your partner, they won't receive it because you blocked it by not having self-love. They won't be able to receive the love that you're trying to get, that you're trying to give them, no matter how hard you're trying. Anything else for this new beginning, Spirit? Okay. Let's see. Let's set these down. Okay. You got the High Priestess of Air. Okay. So they could be an air sign. You could be dealing with someone with an air sign. Huh? I never seen that leaf or that feather in the moon on her face before till just now. Okay. All right. So it looks like your conclusion may be that someone's going to want to make an oath or a pact. Maybe you guys are finally going to fill this in. You know, because it looks like someone separated here with nothing wrote in it. But this, look, it looks like he's powering up the inside of him. Like this is just radiating. It looks like whenever you find yourself, when your person finds their self, you may come into a union together. And I don't know why, but I look at all these cards, and there are so many horses. Like there's a horse, there was 2 horses here, there's horse there, horse there, horse there. And I don't know, just seeing the oath thing, and it just kind of, I guess it kind of reminds me of, I always said the most romantic like proposal I always thought came from the Indians, where, you know, they didn't, um, back in the day, they didn't have engagement rings, you know. So what they did was the man would find the most beautiful horse that he could find, and he would present the horse to the female. And if she accepted the horse, she was accepting his love, you know, because the horse would be what's with her all the time. It would remind her of him. And it would, you know, horses back in the day, they were used to help work and help provide everything for their whole tribe. So accepting a horse was a really big deal. Okay. And for your advice, Spirit is saying obedience. Look here. Okay, she's got a sword in one hand, so she's not 100% put down her barriers. You know, probably because she's still got the blindfolds on a little bit, where she can't see. So she's still got her swords. However, at the same time, I don't know if you can see it here. Look, she's got the scale. She's got the scale. She's making a balance. So maybe you're dealing with someone with Libra in their chart. And she's got the red is a symbol of like passion. So maybe there's a lot of passion. Maybe you're being told to follow your passion, to still have a little bit of guard up, but to know, you know, to try to find the balance in it. The balance in between guarding yourself and letting it down and finding your vulnerability. What's on the bottom of the deck we don't see? Hope. You may not see it, but it's there if you look for it. If you ask the spirits, they want you to have hope. All right, let's see here. I'm just going to go through them all. We'll just go through them all. We'll just spend some time. Okay. Let's just do the current and the future. All right, what do we got for right now, Spirit? Anything you want to tell us from this deck for the present? Okay, let's see. Flower. Be honest with yourself. And look, potion. Remember to practice self-love. There we go. There's that self-love. The self-love. That is what this whole thing is all about. You have to find the self-love for yourself. It will make your life so much easier. For the future, what advice for the future? Let's see. Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Okay, so you have the choice to make your crown. Doesn't matter what it looks like. You can make it full of thorns, or you can make it just beautiful roses, because you are the creator of your own destiny. You're the creator of your own crown, your own thorn. Look at all this red. Look at all this passion. All right, any advice, spirits, in this deck? All right. Sword. Make the change. I think we went through this one yesterday. She's cutting off the parts of her that she didn't need from the past. She's making the change for the good cycle. You know, she's realizing that she deserves to feel beautiful. She deserves everything that, you know, that it is meant for her. Good morning. The world awaits for you. So all you have to do is make your choice. Make your decision. Everything's waiting just for you. All right. All right. Let's see. Anything for the present? What's going on right now? They need to know. Spirit from this deck. Yeah, that's a lot. But we're just going with it. Okay. That's why I love all these different decks. You get all kinds of different messages with each one. All right. Looks like you're finding your talent. Here we go with the grieving. A lot of people are losing their loved ones right now due to COVID or just random different things. There's a lot of loss going on right now. Okay. It looks like here's your Scales of Justice again, which is also a Libra card. Aww. Your commitment. Look. That's so beautiful. I don't think I've ever even seen this card till just now. You know, they look completely different, but they're tying the knot of love right there. You're going to find that commitment when you find compassion. I don't know why you need compassion. Maybe you guys are fighting. Maybe that's why you're in separation. You know, but you have to be able to look at your partner and forgive them. You know, no one is perfect. No one. Friendship. Look. That sun, that happiness, it's radiating out of them. Whenever you find self-love, you're going to find your tribe. Okay, for the future, I should put these together. Anything coming for the future? Financial health. So it looks like those little seeds that we planted a while back, if you planted like you were told to and listened, you will find financial health. It's going to start blooming. It's about time for you to reap your rewards. So that's what's coming for you in the future. And the advice. Okay, for the advice. Okay, the spirits are telling you they're going to need you to have willpower and strength to get through this. So this means that life is not going to be easy. It's not. However, it will be worth it as long as you hold on. Okay, I don't care whether you're together right now. I don't care whether you're separated and you're trying to find your self-love. You have to. You have to have the willpower and the strength to make it through, whether it's good times or bad times. You know, because life is hard. It's very hard. But at the end of it, you know, if we hold on, we can have someone there with us so we're not doing it alone. Someone to do it for. Someone to do it with. All right. In the present. Okay, so currently it says do some research. Spirit's telling you to do your research. It's telling you to stalk your person, I guess. I've never seen this card. This is my new deck here. You need more information about the situation. Look into it further before proceeding. So maybe if you're fighting, if you're in separation, maybe you don't have all the answers or all the information to get the correct answers. And this is going to be crucial if you have to make this informed decision. See here, informed decision. You need to get the information that you need so that you can make this informed decision to whether to leave or to stay. You don't want to jump haphazardly into doubt. A lot of people will do that, especially if they've had a bad past, and you know, you can't blame them for it, or you can't be mad at them forever, because eventually you have to look at what your partners went through too. You have to have compassion for what your partners went through, what they're going through now, how hard they're working, or, you know, how crappy of relationships they've had in the past, or, you know, we never know. So we have to have compassion. You know, if we want compassion ourselves, we want mercy ourselves, we have to be willing to give it. All right, Spirit, anything for the current? Oh, sorry, for the future. Anything coming for the collective from this deck? Summer. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in summertime. I don't know if that means right now. We're in the heart of summer. August. Hope maybe you'll get it before September. It changes September 23rd. So maybe the answers that you're looking for, you'll find before the end of September. All right. And advice. Okay. Be yourself. The situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. Yep. You find the self-love and stop being afraid to be yourself. Why? Because the person that was made for you, the person that God made for you, your twin flame, your soul partner, you know, the person that's tied to you with your red string, they're going to love you for you exactly the way that you are. I actually was talking to someone on a post today about, you know, someone changed their self because someone else was making fun of them. But I was like, that makes me so sad, because honestly, the small imperfections in some people are what drew me to them in the first place. You know, like I've always said perfect is boring. You know, give me someone with some flaws so I know they're real, so they're not like fake. I want something that's real and filled with passion for exactly the way that we are. You know, if I have to love myself, I want someone to be able to love me for exactly the way that I am too. If I'm loving them for exactly the way they are. Oh, let's see what moon we got here. The cardinal move. the cardinal moon. Be bold and make the first move. And the fixed moon, hold your vision. So be bold, make the first move, and hold on to what you believe. That's your moon. And put it here with this wolf. All right. Let's see. Let's see what the angels have. Okay. For the present. Ooh, nice. You got the Emperor. Currently, you're working on stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation with ambitious plans. All right. Anything coming? 3 of Michael. Release your past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. So they're telling you anything that you've had in the past, in your past relationships, that's now affecting the person that you were with, you need to let that go. You got to heal all that. Well, I know right now everyone's in the time of healing all past wounds, that came from the childhood or from past relationships. 4 of Michael. Insights that come from quiet meditation. The need for more sleep or time off. Seek relief from stress. Look. She's going to rest and the sun's going to come back to her. 5 of Michael. The situation doesn't serve you. Release your attachments to the outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting approach. Sometimes when something is hard, we have to be like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore, God. I can't do this anymore. I have to give it to you. You have to do this because I can't. And you have to release it. And you've got to give it to God. If God made that person for you, then God made that person for you. And if you give it up to God, He's going to take that person and He's going to heal that person. And He's going to send them right back to you the way that they were meant to show up to you the first place, healed, before you both got broken. And He will do the same for you if you let Him. He'll heal you too. Okay, and for your advice, Queen of Raphael. Follow your heart. A love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. Oh, are you going to a tarot reader? Someone that's reading your cards for you? Okay, and the second advice. Oh, look, you got the king and the queens. That's so beautiful. Yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. There's the passion again. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Okay. We will get into the law of attraction card. The whole reason I promised everyone I would do. Oh, that was already coming out before I even shuffled all the way. Okay. We'll just take them all. Achieving success is my natural birthright. All right. So, law of attraction. You are meant to succeed, and failure should not feel bad to you. Life is supposed to go well for you, and when it does not, there is something wrong. But what is wrong is not something that is outside of you, over which you have no control. What is wrong is within you, and you do have control. And taking control is not difficult to do once you understand the basis of who you are, the basis of the law of attraction, and the value of your personal emotional guidance system. saying you need to find who you are. You are meant to achieve your goal. You are meant to live the life that you had dreamed. You're meant to obtain all the stuff that you wanted. If it's not coming true, look inside yourself and ask yourself, am I giving up on this? Have I given it doubt? Because you're supposed to achieve all of it. And if you're not, you need to check yourself and see if you're putting doubt into the equation. When you start to fear something, it's going to draw that. It will draw what you fear. If you're like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And you're like, yes, yes, yes. But then you be like, oh no. The law of attraction is instantly going to stop, and it's going to put a halt to your progress. So you have to think positive. It's your strength and your willpower. You have got to keep that up. My every story is attaching its vibrational match. Every thought that you think is vibrating at a very personal frequency, and by the powerful law of attraction, the essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn. The thought is now attracting another thought that is its vibrational match. And now those combined thoughts are vibrating at a frequency that is higher than the thought that came before. And they will now, by the law of attraction, attract another and another and another, until eventually the thoughts will be powerful enough to attract a real life situation into manifestation. So in other words, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Don't doubt yourself. Oh, look, you got the female and the male. Maybe this is what both of you guys need to do. Maybe this is something that the divine feminine is doing. Maybe she's afraid. I can see my world through the eyes of Source. By choosing better feeling thoughts and by speaking more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will gently tune yourself to the vibrational frequency of your broader perspective. To see your world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of life. For from that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment with, and therefore in the process of attracting only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. Yes. All right. And we will pull one of these, and then I will stop talking, and you can have hopefully a great rest of your evening. Let's end this on something funny. Let's hope. Some of these are funny. You got a card for us, Spirit? There we go. Love like people aren't total assholes. I'll love you if you're still an asshole. That's okay. Of course, you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, destructive, fucknuts, but choosing to live life with your dukes up, waiting for the asshole in everyone to come out, insulates you from the brilliance in people. You'll be a force to be reckoned with if you love people with the tenderness and ferocity of someone who's digging for gold in everyone. And your second one, vibrate so high that toxic people fall back because they no longer know how to approach you. Know how you can tell you're on some hardcore personal growth. Your perspective gets bigger and your inner circle gets smaller. It may be that people who want to gossip quit texting when you stop talking shit. If you're busy manifesting your dreams, keeping your side of the street clean and working on those old gnarly wounds that people want to avoid in themselves, some people are bound to disappear. Be kind to yourself and to others as you outgrow people and places. And that's funny because right before I did this, I got a message and some guy got really mad at me and he said that he cuts people off and that the last person, the last female, the last female that batted their eyes at him incorrectly, he punched her square in the face and beat her up. I'm sorry, but if you're the type of person that's just going to go hit someone that's smaller than you, or a child, or a female in general, I'm fine if you leave because I don't need your energy. I don't. I have no respect. I think that men that hit women for no reason, like, I have no respect for you. So, you know what? You can tell those people bye and not even be sad for it. Because I told him, I said, there's a fine, you don't want to cut off all people for no reason if you're just seeing something in them that you need to change. Because you can lose some really great people from that, just from misunderstandings. But, he turned that around and he got all mad. And I'm like, I don't care whether you get mad or not. If someone telling you the truth is going to make you mad, then what are you living by? Like, if you don't want to hear what someone has to say when they're trying to help you and you just cut them off and you run away, what is it that you're honestly trying to live by? Are you listening to God? Are you listening to the Spirit? Or are you just being selfish and self-centered and, Anyways, sorry, I'm not going to go into that anymore. But yeah, whenever you do better, some people won't be able to stand you because you will not play well with their demons. Anyways, I hope this helped. I hope somewhere in this you heard what you needed to hear. And even if it's just like a millisecond of what you needed to hear, hopefully you heard it. And don't forget to like and subscribe because we are doing some contest winners. So like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I don't even care if you're like, that did not resonate with me at all. This was stupid. I don't care. As long as you don't tell me you're going to hit a female, we'll be all good. All right. Bye.